afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Tuesday, the 15th of October. A firearms expert confirms the large ammunition magazines used in the Christchurch mosque terrorist attack made it worse. The coronial inquest in the 2019 mosque attacks is continuing, with witness and expert testimony on gun licensing and firearms use. Expert Shane Heppy reviewed the attack footage. He says with the offender's low skill, smaller capacity magazines would likely have changed the outcome.
I don't think he would have carried out the atrocity he did with the small magazines to the level he did.
Chloe Swarbrick says the Greens are confident about pushing ahead with discussions on ousting Darlene Tana from Parliament. The now independent MP is appealing a High Court ruling, rejecting her argument she was unlawfully ejected by the party. Green members will still meet on Thursday to discuss enacting legislation to remove Tana after her legal action blocked an earlier special AGM. Swarbrick says each step forward is made with legal consideration under the right and proper process.
As is prescribed under the legislation, were we to get this mandate from our membership, then we would move to write that letter to the Speaker.
Health New Zealand will send staff a new memo around language use. Waikato hospital nurses were told last week to use English in clinical settings. Health NZ Chief Executive Margie Apa says staff should exercise professional judgment on language use with a priority on patient safety. She says using one language consistently is important, but it could be English or another language. Apa says all nurses must know English to be registered, but the agency celebrates cultural diversity. Oranga Tamariki's funding decisions are going under the spotlight. The Office of the Auditor-General is investigating the Ministry of Children after complaints about its contract management. Social service providers Aotearoa Chief Executive Belinda Himiona claims OT cut their contracts with many community service providers with little notice.
We've never been given information about their strategy or about how these decisions were made, which is very concerning considering the impact on children and families.
A union is baffled at the Transport Minister's reasoning to want to privatise airport security. Simeon Brown is considering moving services from the government-owned Civil Aviation Authority, hoping to speed passenger processing and cut costs. It too says by bringing in private companies makes profit the priority, which could compromise a critical service. Negotiations specialist Michael Wood says it could make travel more expensive instead of saving money.
There's no analysis, and it just sort of seems to be this very flimsy reasoning which says that privatisation is a panacea to any issue, which the Minister seems to hold.
Christchurch emergency services are at ASB's Riccarton Road branch where a car has driven into the building. Immigration New Zealand says people planning to host loved ones from overseas this Christmas should have visitor visa applications in by today. It expects to receive more than 260,000 applications over the summer peak processing period. To sport, and Japanese defender Hiroki Sakai has been named Auckland FC's inaugural captain ahead of their maiden A-League football season starting next Saturday against Brisbane. All-white Tommy Smith and Australian Jake Brimmer have been named vice-captains. Kiwi centre Peter Hiku is facing a 3 to 5 match ban for an incident in the Super League Grand Final while playing for Hull against Wigan. And world number 1 women's golfer Nelly Korda has withdrawn from the next 2 tournaments on the LPGA Tour's Asia swing after hurting her neck during practice. I'm Raylene Ramsey. That is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.